Hi everyone, this is just a quick video to go over the thing I posted in my blog last night around how we can enable push notifications in Dynamics 365, and how this kind of differs from, as there's been a thing kind of going around Twitter today that there is actually an existing solution to this called D365 Notify. But I just want to go over how this is different, and how, although I didn't know about D365 Notify when I started this, how what I'm trying to do is kind of a little bit different, and trying to solve some of the problems that I think that kind of leads with. But there's both great solutions to a similar problem. It's just I've kind of looked at it in a different way, mostly through ignorance, but also through just trying to do a different angle. So the blog post kind of from last night goes over kind of how it works, how it uses a service worker in the background, and kind of at high level what the UX kind of looks like. But what I'll just show you now is a kind of a demo of it working. Let me just clear up my notification center. 1 second. As of course I pre-recorded this and realized there's a big error in it, so I'm going to redo it again. So if I just go to a trial instance that I've got configured, so this should work in any kind of, in theory, anything you can embed a web resource in, so it should work anything with a unified interface should work relatively well. So if I go into a custom app that I built for push notifications, and what you see is it land me on this page by default. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable the current consent and actually remove this as well. Go back to ask. Reload the page. So this is the page you'll get by default if you've never enabled notifications before, and you see it'll default to kind of disabled for everything. It's just like I say, it's just a web resource that's embedded within your application. In theory, this eventually will hopefully come with a kind of the way you can configure it, because it uses Firebase Cloud Messaging to do the push notifications. But going forward, I'll try and at the moment everything's kind of hard coded, but I'll change it so that we can have like a JSON file that will control your application keys. So in theory, we could ship this as a managed solution and then make the JSON file editable and just go in and just change the values, and then it should kind of work. But that's all kind of high level, in the future. So the way it works is, so you go to this area of the sitemap, you get prompted with this kind of enable, disable for the whole notifications piece, and this is what gathers the consent for Dynamics to be able to send out notifications to you. If you click on enabled, it'll prompt you in the same way that kind of any regular kind of browser will prompt you to enable notifications. You click allow, and what that will do is that will generate a consent token and store it as against a record that's in Dynamics. So Dynamics is the only thing that holds kind of your consent. And luckily, because we hold it as a child record of the user, that's really easy to manage with security, because you just give users permission to create and see their own consent records, and therefore no one can grab hold of the consent and use it for anything else. Apologies, my builder is outside making a lot of noise. So what you do then is you can just enable individual types of notification you want to receive. I'll show you kind of this example, which is the same one as my blog for now. And what this means is now anytime this particular action is triggered, it'll use the consent token that's stored in Dynamics and push the notification out to you. So if I go into sales and go to opportunities, I just grab a closed one for now because I've been playing around with this. So if I go 3D printer purchase and I reopen this to make it active again, and if I close this as lost and I tab away, you'll see eventually down here it will push, and in fact if I switch over to full screen desktop, that would be good. There you go, get rid of my face. So you'll see eventually here this will pop. There you go. You can give it, this icon is configurable per notification, so you can make it look like the system it's come from, and you can make it indicative of an action. And luckily all these things support Unicode emojis, so you can make them as friendly or as unfriendly as you like. I haven't found a way in Logic Apps to format the currency right. Something I'm kind of looking at, but Logic Apps is just one way of pushing the notification. And you can see it. It also will. It'll also integrate with the standard notification centers in both Mac OS and in Windows. I did get this running on Linux, but Linux doesn't really have a notification center in the same way as this does, but I think that's pretty cool. I should be able to click this link, but it doesn't seem to be working for me at the moment. I think I need to do something to the service worker. But then I can just clear that, and it disappears from the notification center. What's also quite cool is that I can fully do this with the browser closed. So if I reopen the opportunity and close as lost again, and shut the browser. So I don't have Chrome open. Well, I do have Chrome open still, but that browser was closed. There it is again. So it will totally pop with the browser closed. So that's pretty much it, really. Just wanted to give an high level of how it works so people can see how this may go forward in the future. It's still really, really early days. I haven't been able to release the source code yet. I don't know what the legalities are of that, so I'm going to speak with the powers that be where I work and see what we can do. All right, have fun.